If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. NBA YoungBoy and his mother is going at it. And you know, the cold-blooded part about him and his mother going at it is that it is public. Now, we understand, you know, young boys, young girls, you know, you're going to get into it with your parents every now and then. Sometimes your mama going to get mad, get your ass out my house. Your dad, hey boy, I'll take you out and all that. You know, that type of stuff happen, right? You know, everybody, you know, especially when you a young guy coming up, you start thinking you a man, or you a young woman coming up, you start thinking you a woman, then you want to buck the system a little bit. You know, all of us can identify with this. So I understand the beef. But when it's a public beef, then it's something different. You know, our beef with our parents and stuff like that possibly stayed in the house, you know, if it didn't get too out of hand, you know. But in this case right here, this is a public beef. And NBA started the public beef when he got on the interview and he said this right here. Check it out.
I think my relationship with my mama used to be a big part of my anger. Until I told myself, like, it's just certain shit you can't fix. Like, certain people you're not gonna just bond with in a way that you expect, or the way that you desire. Basically just long for and just hope for. So I started loving my mom from a distance. Like, today I never like speak to her again. Like, we'll never talk again. I know this for a fact. But I love her. Like, I care.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she know that too. I want her to know that. Mm-hmm. It ain't got nothing to do with no dollar. It ain't even got nothing to do with my trauma no more. Or something that I was supposedly angry about. Just love him. Mm-hmm. Cause that's my grandmother's daughter. And I love my grandma deeply.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember?
Now, I know, right? A mother hearing her son that she gave birth to speaking like that about her, yeah, it touched you right here. I know it did, right? Unless she's just one of those mothers who don't give a damn about her children. But his mother don't appear to be that type of woman. But to hear your own child speak like that about you and say, hey, look, I would never talk to them again, right? I mean, I can't imagine that. Like, I don't want to imagine that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go through that with my children and my children speaking like that publicly about me, you know, because it's going to make me think to myself, what did I do? Right? Especially if I ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? Now, if I did something, then I can't be hurt or nothing. All I can do is just understand and say, hey, you know what? I wasn't such a good father. I understand why my child feel like this. You see what I'm saying? But what it sounds like to me is that he wanted a better relationship with his mama. And he didn't get that. For whatever reason, he didn't get it from his mama. Because you heard what he said, you know, I expected it to be this way. I longed for and I desired it to be this way, right? And his expectations was let down. What he longed for and what he wanted was disregarded. You see what I'm saying? And now, just speaking from a son's point of view, I can see where he's coming from. And even though in NBA YoungBoy situation with me, it wasn't my mama, it was my father. You see, like, I grew up without my father. Like, and I wanted my father bad as hell. Like, when I be in the hood in the projects and I'm seeing some of the brothers, they father come and pick them up, they be mad to my, man, I gotta go fishing with my daddy, man. I be like, nigga, what? Excuse my language. Man, I wish my dad would come pick me up. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wanted that relationship with my father. And when I finally did, you know, get in tune with him, it was kind of like I'm full grown now. I done been to the penitentiary and all type. What? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you my father. Now what? You see what I'm saying? And I long for that. Like he said, like I expected him to be there, but he wasn't. And being that he wasn't, that set a resentment. You see what I'm saying? That set a disrespect that I didn't have. I didn't have no respect for him. You see? But if he ever got out of line, I wouldn't have no problem with disrespecting him because I couldn't see him as my father. Now, I'm just speaking about my example, right? And I'm trying to identify with NBA YoungBoy because that sounds like what he's going through. Like he wanted a solid relationship with his mama and he didn't get that. But the cold-blooded part about everything is that we learning. We learning right now. So for you brothers and sisters who got children, boys and girls, look, play a role in their life. Be there. I don't care if you poor, broke, and starving. Kids don't care about that. They don't understand materials and all that. Yeah, of course, they want their candy. They want their toys and stuff like that. But what they really want is that companionship, that relationship, that love from their mother or their father. So being that we seeing what this young brother is going through, you got kids, you got a boy and a little girl, be there. So your kids won't be looking at you like I was looking at my father and how NBA is looking at his mother. Now, the beautiful thing throughout this whole demonstration is he did get love. But it was from his grandmama. You see? And based on what he just said, he only really respects his mother and love his mother because she is the child of his grandmother. You see what I'm saying? So he got that love that he wanted from his mama, from his grandmama. But all along, even though that was fine and dandy, he wanted it from his mama and he didn't get it. You see? So again, brothers and sisters, look. Get your children, get your son, get your daughter. They don't care about money and all that. Just be around them. Kick it, laugh, giggle. You know, take them to the park, whatever. Just be in the kid's life. That's it. You see? And now, according to the reports that I'm getting and the information that I done researched on, NBA YoungBoy's mother wasn't always there. She wasn't. But not for the reason that people might think. You see, you hear something like, he wanted his mother, she wasn't around. You start thinking about she was loose, running around with men. She possibly was, engaging in, substance abuse and stuff like that. And she put something before her child, right? And so we think about all the bad things. But let me tell you something. Kids don't care about that. And this brother right here is giving us a lesson. He teaching. And let me explain to y'all what I'm talking about. And because the reports that I'm getting, his mother, she was working like a dog. I'm talking about 2-3 jobs. Trying to take care of him and his brothers. Or his brothers, but him and his siblings, right? She working hard. And for the simple fact that she was working so hard, she was out his life. But not only that, they grew up in the ghettos of Baton Rouge. Come on now. Come on. We talking about, man, it go down there. And so being that the grandmama lived in a better neighborhood than the mama, she said, no, boy, I see what you getting into. You got to go on out there with grandmama before you end up getting killed. You see? And so she sent them out there to grandmama while she stayed in Baton Rouge and, kept working and stuff like that, trying to take care of him and his other siblings. But again, just because she was doing something right, it still affected him in a way that she possibly don't understand, because in her mind, she probably said, hey, boy, I'm doing you a service, boy. I'm trying to make sure you're okay. I'm working. I don't want you to get killed. You still alive. But to him, he don't care about nothing. He's a child. He want to be around his mama. He don't care about none of that type of stuff. I want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's just one aspect of the game. one aspect. Because, the mother, she came back at him. And she said something that I believe she shouldn't have said. And then as we go down a little bit further, he said some things that I believe that he shouldn't have said, right? But one of the things that she said, it kind of identifies with what he went through as a child. Check it out.
Kentrell, you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your fucking kids. Quit playing on me on this internet. I let you lie on me too many motherfucking times. I wasn't down there when you did that video with that man. That man wasn't in your kitchen while I was in your kitchen. Quit playing on me, bro. I don't give a fuck if you don't never call me. Just stop lying on me, bro.
Now, I understand that people can get emotional, right? But at the same time, like, as a mother, and I'm just speaking from my perspective, I'm giving my opinion, as a mother or as a father, if I heard my son or my daughter say, hey, I wanted a relationship with my father, this, that, and the other, and whoop-de-whoop, how he just broke it down, I believe I wouldn't have went on the internet, and addressed my son or my daughter. I would have called them and I would have said, hey, look, check this out. Like, what did I do? Let's talk about this. Let's get an understanding. Explain to me the things that you think I did wrong. And not only that, explain to me how did you expect our relationship to be, and can we work on that, right? That's what I would have did. But look, this is just me, hood educated. Everybody ain't me, right? So she did what her best thinking, defend herself. Right? She did what her best thing is told her, hey, wait a minute, this boy talking crazy. Defend yourself. And so that's what she did. But in defending herself, right? This how I know he hurt her feelings. Because in defending herself, she tried to hurt his feelings. By telling the whole wide world, oh, you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your kids. You see? And so that's what I mean by, when I said that what happened to him, she's trying to put it back on him, saying that, hey, look, the things that I did to you, you doing to your kids too. You see, you're out torn. She ain't say all that, but we can assume that she's talking about him in his career. He's out torn all over the place and all that. He has multiple child's mother with multiple kids and stuff like that. And so, she jabbed him back and said, hey, man, look, you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your kids. See, now that... Come on, now, like that's an argument. As an adult, as a parent, our kids gonna lash out like that when they get upset at us, when they ain't getting their way or whatever. But the way that he put it down, I believe she should have took that and said, man, hold on, wait a minute. I need to get some straightening with my son, and we need to get an understanding. Hold on, something ain't right here. He never expressed this to me, so let's chop game. Let's get something together, right? Even though he said that, hey, I don't talk to her no more, she still can get out there and reach to him. That's her son. She got his phone numbers, his child's mother's phone numbers and stuff like that. She got a way where she can get to him. But instead, she did what she did. She low-blowed him right back. You see? Now, allow me to say this right here because I believe that NBA YoungBoy was possibly crying out for help. When he put that out there like that, he possibly was trying to explain, without explaining to his mother, but just trying to cry out for help and say, hey, mama, this wasn't right and this, that, and the other. And I believe she had an opportunity to make that right, but she messed it up. She messed it up. Because, she gave him that blow back. But look, it got worse now. You know what I'm saying? Because after that happened, NBA YoungBoy went off and then he got to talking about family business once again. Check it out.
Boy, I done came across this bitch. Look, I done came across this bitch with my Iranian dat, nigga. Your pussy said you supposed to come to my defense and help me out, but you won't get on that bitch so I can come. Man, that retarded that lady know damn well nigga ain't say nothing about her wrong. All I said is I never talk to that lady again. She go on that bitch flash and talking about don't lie on me and this and that. Then, bro, you watch. She say she was right there while we did the interview. Man, this lady is fucking mentally ill. But just like me though, she ain't never been a fucking career day in her life. You dumbass nigga, you watching this shit.
Yeah.
You literally watch it. What the fuck is, man? Stop playing me, man. Tell man, say, main story, look. I ain't gonna even do it. Hey, just leave it alone. And it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right, son. It ain't right, bro. But everybody wanna respond to me. Damn. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing. Now I can't go back to sleep fucking with you. Nigga ain't say nothing wrong about this stupid ass hoe.
I know you didn't say nothing wrong about her. You didn't say nothing.
Nah, real talk, nigga ain't say nothing wrong about this stupid ass hoe.
And
All
she,
I said, I never talk to this bitch again. She come on that bitch talking about my kids. What the fuck my kids got to do with anything, you dumb ass hoe? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Then this bitch gonna say she was right there while we did the interview. Bitch, you ain't never been a career day in your life. A lot of people don't even know my relationship with this behind the scene, this stupid ass hoe spit in my grandma's face. This stupid ass bitch done spit in my face before. Nigga ain't got no love for that hoe. I don't get no fuck. Then a lot of niggas gonna get on this bitch and say, oh, when I see him, I'm gonna beat his ass about what he said about his mom. Boy, your stupid ass. You better ask her. You better ask her, man. Stupid ass, you better mind your motherfucking business. Then X got me so mad, he gonna post that stupid ass shit. You dumb ass nigga. Bro, y'all you had to do it. Call me and I can tell you, brother, lady never been a career day in her life. Can't you see she attention seeking? Man, I better leave me the fuck alone. That's what the fuck y'all better do, nigga.
You see, now that's out of pocket. You see what I'm saying? Like, you talk to your mama like that, but not only that though. I mean, like, you saying that you seen her spit in your grandmama face, she spit in your face. You understand what I'm saying? And then, like, he's calling his mother all out her names. I'm talking about names that a son should never utter out of his mouth about his mother. You see? Like, that's not right. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't agree with that whatsoever, but I can see that he was trying to, hey man, I wish it was like this. And then when she responded the way that she responded, and now he bucking back. Now he responding in a very disrespectful way. Calling his mama out her name in front of the whole wide world like it's nothing. But, look, allow me to say this right here, y'all. We have these relationships with our parents, right? And some people don't have a relationship with their parents. And what I mean by that is, like I said about my father, like, there was no relationship at all. None whatsoever. But still, that's my father, so I do owe him a level of respect, right? But had my father, got out of line with me and stuff like that, I could see myself acting out like NBA YoungBoy, because it's like, man, who is you, man? Man, you ain't never, or you did me wrong, and you did. You see what I'm saying? So it's probably deeper than what we are seeing on the surface. And with him saying that, hey, look, you spit in the grandmama face. That's somebody that he cherished, that he expressly told us he loved grandmama deeply. And he seen his mama disrespect grandmama like that and disrespect him like that. You see what I'm saying? And through all that disrespect, he still wanted to have something with his mama. But she ain't giving it to him. Obviously, she ain't giving it to him. And that's no knock against her. That's no knock against her. But she got to work on that. Being that both of them is still alive and breathing, there's an opportunity to amend what was broken. You see what I'm saying? Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. Growing up in a dysfunctional relationship with your mother or your father, man, it can seem like the end of the world, right? Because here it is, you trying to establish something, you want something from them, and they ain't giving it to you. They don't understand you because they living their life doing what they doing. You see? Now, a kid don't know how to articulate his words. A kid is a kid, but once you mature and you old enough and you can have a conversation, I would suggest every brother, every sister, every young boy, every child, right? If the relationship is not what you expect it to be, if the relationship that you want with your mother or father is not what you dreamed it would be, then you need to sit down and have a conversation. Yeah. With your parents or parents with your kids. Sit down and say, hey, look, check this out. Let's get an understanding about some things. You see what I'm saying? Children, tell your mother and father what you expect from them. Hey, Dad, look, man, you know, I need you to be at the football game. You know, I need you to be at the school practices if you can. You know, I need you to participate. I need you to get involved in my life. I need to feel you there. I need to see you there. Let me tell you something, young brothers and sisters. If you go to your mother and father and say something like that to them, boy, you will move a mountain. That right there will hit them so cold-blooded right here. They'll be like, damn, son, I haven't been doing my job. Oh, say less. I'm on top of it. But if you don't say nothing, you just say, I expect mama to be this way. I expect daddy to be this way. It ain't gonna be that way. Because mom and daddy possibly thinking in their mind, oh, he cool, she cool. I gotta continue getting this money over here. I gotta go over here, I gotta do this. You see what I'm saying? So that's what communication comes in at. I'm telling you, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, communicate. Communicate. Break things down. And not only that though, because let's say if there's tension, right? There's a problem. Okay, cool. We still can work it out. But we both got a dialogue. It can't be monologue. It can't be one way. We got to sit down and we got to communicate. And we got to give each other grace periods. Hey, hold on. You know what? I was wrong. You was wrong. Hold on. No point, no fingers or nothing like that. You know, it got to be delicate. That's how you got to approach this thing, with delicacy. You see what I'm saying? And understand though. I need you to understand one more thing, or a couple more things. Understand that building a relationship, an honest, trustworthy, loyal, and respectful relationship, it takes time. It's not finna happen overnight. You might want it to, but it's not finna happen like that. It takes time. So everybody that's involved gonna have to be patient. Everybody is involved is gonna have to know, hey man, this is gonna take a little time. Everybody involved gonna have to give each other grace. Hey man, you know, wait, hold on. You see? But the beautiful thing about the whole thing is this right here. The fact that mother, father, son, and daughter want to bridge the gap in the relationship makes everything worthwhile. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Desert Detroiter for the $5 super thanks. Thank you. Shot-Town Finest for the $5 super thanks. Thank you. T. Tamili for the $10 super thanks. Thank you. Latrain James for the $2 super thanks. Thank you. Full Name for the $20 Cash App. Thank you. Sheila Woods for the $25 Cash App. Thank you. Chris Carlton for the $5 Cash App. Thank you. Atu Hammond for the $20 Cash App. Thank you. Lamont Winder for the $1 Cash App. Thank you. Avon Howard for the $2 Cash App. Thank you. Rodney Richardson for the $5 Cash App. Thank you. Elon Wheatley for the $10 Cash App. Thank you. Junior Turner for the $7 Cash App. Thank you. And last but not least, Malik Outing for the $5 Cash App. Thank you all. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love. And y'all take care of yourself out there.